So don't forget, the first thing you do is you need to turn the water off. Otherwise, it's gonna be a real mess. You understand me? So this is where the water is. So you need to turn it off. We're going to be changing the pump of the aqua shower. This is the pump. And then we're going to be switching this also. These are the connectors. So we're going to proceed by replacing the parts. We're also going to replace the body of the pump. The model we're talking about is this one here, the Aqualisa MK3 MK3. So first we're going to be removing the part, and then we're gonna get down there. Alright? Very simple. You just have to pull this off. And then you'll expose a couple of screws. As you can see, there is in fact 3 screws, but 2 are missing because that part of the model is old. That's why we need to replace a few more parts. Once the part removed, you would expose the shower. You're going to be pulling from the top in order to balance and extract the cover. Move it from here and then tilt it down. Right. You now expose the pump and the body here and the switch, which is right here. So we're going to be changing this here, the pump, the body of the pump, and then the switch at the bottom. The pump is held by a couple of screws on either side. You're going to make sure that you memorize all the connections for the cables. The bottom part is held by another couple of screws right at the back here and here. So we're going to proceed and remove the pump first. We're also going to remove this part. And then we're going to take the screws. I took one off already. Now take the same amount off. In order to tilt this forward, you're going to have to remove and unscrew these 2. Otherwise nothing would move. Now there's another screw at the back of the unit, which is right at the back here. So we're gonna try to get to it, and I think I'm gonna have to remove that front part first. Now as you can see, that part is only clipped on. So we're going to try to remove that part from there here in order to get to that screw, because that screw is behind that unit. I have now pulled those bits off, and I'm gonna try to move it forward. Now the unit is exposed, we can finally get to the screw at the back. We have now removed the screw right at the bottom here. So we're going to be tilting it forward, and we're going to be removing that part here. Now keep in mind that part is a new part. I already switched that part. It's just that we realized the pump was need to be changed, and also that part had to be changed, and so was that part. So that is the new part, which is going to remove it again. And I will show you how to actually put it back on. So now we gotta move it forward and then move it up, and then you're going to dislodge the pump here. Alright. Once you're done that, we're going to try to remove that part here. So this is the part, and this is the part we're going to switch it with. So these are going to be removed to the back, and we're going to be switching this part. So I believe this too is going to have to come off first. So these are the connection that is going to be bringing the water into the unit, and this is what the new part looks like. Once the unit is taken off, we will remove that part here, and we will swap these parts on the bottom here, and then put the bits back in there. We're going to be cleaning the lime scale that's been building up, and hopefully everything should be alright. I have decided to remove the front of the part here in order to see if I can tilt this. Removing that outer shell seems to be quite tricky because of the sealant. So I'm going to try to remove that part first, see if I can get any further. You have now removed the part, and I'm going to see if I can tilt it a bit better, but I don't think so. This is the actual part that goes inside. Need to build it clean, but it doesn't look too bad. So I was able to remove that part by just tilting it forward, and you just got enough clearance to actually bend the part of it. I just didn't know how long these pipes were, and you just got just about enough to tilt it that way and then push it in. Right, so now the next part is to remove this, and we're going to switch the parts and try to put it back. And now remove that part here, and we're going to be removing these little stoppers, and we're going to try to reassemble the unit with the new one. Now the way you're going to be removing this plug on the back, the bottom of it, I just found out, is you're going to have to push that gray ring down, and as you push it down, then you can start undoing the white part here. So don't try to pull it, as you might break it. So then again, move that gray part down, push it down, and then you can just remove it. You can see the difference between that one and that one. Okay, I now put back the new connection unit. We're putting this back. These happen to be really difficult to extract. One of them was in really bad shape, so the tip bit actually broke, and I had to make an incision on the old one to extract that plug. So just suspect some setback. So we're gonna try to put that part back into here. So I've decided that I'm going to be cleaning this inside here. There's quite a bit of scale, and I noticed there was also a few little bits that were slightly obstructing the filter back here. So I'm going to be using the vacuum cleaner and sucking little particles of whatever that is. It does look like wood, which is very intriguing, and then we're going to reinsert the part. Now I realized that you can actually lift that part right here, so this is what I'm going to be doing. And there you go. And the way you want to reintroduce that unit here is by having the filter part here onto the right side. So this here should be going to the right. Like so. There's actually no indication whatsoever. That part here, that belongs to that part here. Should go to the right. I found the best way to reintroduce that part is to actually hold it down with the seal down, and then get the screw to actually pop out, and that way you can bring this part on the top. Alright, we're now going to reintroduce that part. Now we're going to push it back in. So it's the way around. Going to be tilting it to an angle, and then you push it back up again. Alright, so this is now the unit we're inserted, and I'm going to be fixing the screws back on here, down there, and then we'll actually before I do that I'm going to bring the engine, the pump, so it's giving me a bit more maneuvering. So where's the pump? So we're going to put it down that way. Down. So it's going to be going that way. So the pump is now back on. Okay, so we'll just fit it in. There's a seal here that should actually protect with the water. We're going to clip that unit back on. It's just a matter of pushing it forward and making sure it's in place. And then we'll reconnect the wires to the right place. The pump is now back into place. And as far as I can see, I've been reconnecting the wires. I'm just going to go and find out where all the bits are going. And then we just put the cover back on and try to see if it works. Okay, so all the wires are back connected, and everything is being tucked in. I'm just going to reconnect the hose, put the cover back on, and the dial, and we should give it a go. So the unit is back in place, the hose is back in place. We're going to be turning the connecting the power back on, and we're going to turn the water on again. Alright, so let's give it a go, see if that works. Lovely. Fantastic. And there you go, guys. Aqualisa Aquastream MK3 fixed.